Hello everyone, this is Ayan with Channel 2 Games, part of TV on YouTube. Today I'm gonna talk about crafting. The crafting system in the secret world is a bit different. As you do missions in the game, you get weapon drops, talismans, and runes. Avoid selling these to a vendor. You can disassemble these items and reassemble them to make different items. There are 2 Kingsmouth Town missions that introduce you to crafting. Make sure you complete them. They are Zen and the Art of Weapon Maintenance. This one teaches you how to craft weapons. You can get this from Sandy Moose Jansen right by the sheriff's office. And the other one is the Occultist Cookbook. This one teaches you how to craft gems or glyphs as it is known in the game. You can get the mission from a book in Madame Roget's room. Let's talk about materials first. Each material has 5 tiers. There's base, imperfect, normal, sacred, and pure. The higher the tier, the better quality item you can craft with it. To break down an item, press Y to bring up the assembly window. Then click and drag the item into this box here. It tells you up here what kind of mats you will get if you break this down. When you break down an item, the material level that it gives you is usually 1 or 2 tiers lower than the item level. 5 mats from the same tier can be combined to make 1 mat from the next tier. However, breaking down one item from a higher tier will only give you 4 mats from the lower tier. Now, you need to arrange these materials in certain shapes to create different items. These are called assembly patterns. By the way, you can unstack your mats on the grid by left-clicking the mat, move it over to the grid, and with the left button still pressed down, right-click to drop the mats on the grid one by one. I hope that makes it a bit less tedious when you're crafting a lot of stuff. Anyway, let's start with weapons first. You need to have metal for this. You can get metal from disassembling weapons that you don't use anymore. So let's say I want to create a QL5 weapon. I will need 7 metal and a QL5 weapon toolkit. These are the patterns for the different kinds of weapons in the game. Just arrange the pattern on the grid. Put the weapon toolkit in here. Check the preview to see if this is what you want, and if it is, assemble. To create glyphs, you will need runes. They drop off mobs when you kill them. Also, different runes give you different stats. There are offensive stats and defensive stats. You can choose to mix the runes, but you cannot mix offensive and defensive runes to make a glyph. The pattern for glyphs is always the same. You only need 4. Let's say I want to make a QL5 crit power glyph. I will need 4 Dankium runes and a QL5 glyph toolkit. Arrange the runes on the grids like this. Put the glyph toolkit in here. Check the preview and assemble. For talismans, you will need elements like fire, dust, or water. You get these mats from breaking down talismans that you don't use anymore. Fire adds attack rating, dust adds healing, and water adds health. You need 12 mats for a head talisman, 10 for neck and waist, and 8 for the rest. You will also need an appropriate talisman toolkit, as usual. These are the patterns for the different kinds of talismans. Just arrange the pattern on the grid, put the toolkit in here, check the preview, and if you like it, assemble. To craft potions or consumables, you can use runes or elements. Here's a list of what each rune or element will give you. The pattern for consumables is always the same too. You need 8 runes or elements to make a pot. And just like other items, you'll need a toolkit. Consumable toolkits can be purchased from any chemist. You can find them in almost every single main town in each zone. So after getting all that, just arrange the pattern on the grid, put the toolkit in here, check the preview, and assemble. Gadgets are basically time buffs. You will need either runes or elements to craft one. Here's a list of stats that comes with each rune or element. The pattern for primary gadgets look like this, and the pattern for secondary gadgets looks like this. Gadget toolkits can be obtained from drops of mobs or from the auction house in the main city. So as usual, arrange pattern, put in the toolkit, check preview, and assemble. So that's pretty much what we know so far about the crafting system in the Secret World. Remember to check the description for more info and links, and stay tuned to Channel 2 Games for more of the Secret World. Terima kasih!